What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Leo. So back here again for another video, man. Today we got another video by Cosmic Wonder. This one apparently is gonna leak, aka spoil, the finale for Disney Plus Loki. This is interesting. This caught me by surprise. Let me take these out. All right, you know what I'm saying? This is interesting. This totally caught me by surprise. So we're gonna see what Mr. Cosmic Wonder has to say and what apparently has leaked. Marvel Studios leak, major Loki finale leak spoiled by Marvel Studios. Let's just get to it.
What's going on, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, and today we have some major Loki spoilers. And
Do
of
we
course,
really?
these spoilers are for the finale, since there is only one episode left, coming in just a few days now. And
Oh,
it's very interesting.
that makes it what, 6 episodes? Dang. I thought it was like WandaVision. Like WandaVision was like 9 episodes. Dang, we got one left.
This spoiler is coming from none other than Marvel Studios. Not sure if it was on purpose.
Slipped up.
It certainly did seem like it was very intentional, but
Right.
it is a pretty big spoiler, and it actually kind of gives us a hint towards who the main villain could
Is
be
it Kang?
in the final episode. Who is in
I heard
the
a theory.
castle.
Someone
I think
said
today's spoiler
it
points
was
to a pretty
Apocalypse.
big theory, and that's what we're going to dive into. But of course, obviously, since I've talked so much about a spoiler, here is your spoiler warning. If you don't want anything spoiled,
Look,
from
man,
the
if you're
finale
watching,
of Loki, you should click away now. Also, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you want to stay up to date on all things relating to the MCU. So the reason I said I don't know if this was intentional or not is because it is coming from Marvel Studios, but it's coming from Marvel Studios Canada, their official Twitter
What?
account. And they did a 3-part tweet.
Canada.
That said, "Ladies and gentlemen, the
Lokis.
Lokis. See them all in the 5th episode of Marvel Studios is Loki, now streaming on Disney Plus.
See them all.
CA, which of course is Disney Plus Canada. However, this is the big reveal. In the first one, they posted a picture of the Lokis that we saw last episode. Boastful Loki,
Are they all
Kid Loki,
part of it
Alligator
together?
Loki, Classic Loki, President Loki, and all of the other Lokis with him, and of course, our Loki. Then in the second one, they again posted Boastful Loki, Classic Loki, Kid Loki, Alligator Loki, and our Loki. However, in the third one,
Are they all
posted
projections?
a picture of Alligator Loki, Boastful Loki, and Hunter B-15, giving us the major spoiler that Hunter B-15 is actually a Loki. Now, before people start to say that she looks absolutely nothing like Loki, well, neither does Boastful Loki. And he's a confirmed Loki, and Hunter B-15 would be the second female variant of Loki that we've seen in the series. But this implies that she's going to have a way bigger role than we thought she was going to have in the finale. At least give her time to shine when she figures out that she is indeed a Loki variant.
That's
Or perhaps
crazy.
She already has sort of figured it out. Sylvie did awaken
How?
memories inside of her in which she said she looked happy. Could she have looked happy being an Asgardian princess? Sylvie was a princess
An
in
African
Asgard,
American
so we
one
could
at that.
probably assume that Hunter B-15's Loki variant was a princess as well. So of
Whoa,
course she
I
looked
was
happy.
not
She had a
expecting
father
that.
with a mother who loved her. She had a brother, Thor, the god of thunder. She lived in a palace and was a princess. However,
Dude.
the TVA made it very
Someone brought this up. So I don't know, but like, if there's a female Loki out there, there's apparently 2 now. Was there a female Thor? Did she wield the sword like the one in the comics? I don't know why.
clear that there was not supposed to be a female Loki variant. However, when Sylvie was talking about the universe and chaos in one of the episodes, she said that the universe is what brought about her, the female Loki variant. So we can assume that the same thing happened with Loki variant Hunter B-15. The
Right.
universe spat out another female Loki variant, and eventually the TVA came because that was not supposed to happen. If there
What?
isn't a Loki that's going on to die
I thought
in
his-
the hands of Thanos in Avengers Infinity War, that variant has to be arrested. And it seems like that Loki has to be male as well, which is another reason that Hunter B-15 would have been taken in like Sylvie as well. Now, I hope Hunter B-15 gets
They
her
took
time
in
to
an
shine
alligator,
when she
too,
realizes
though.
that she's a Loki and perhaps goes on to help Sylvie and our Loki. More than
Right.
likely, Mobius will break her out. In episode 5, Mobius went back to the TVA. Since Renslayer and the other TVA agents are the ones that pruned him and sent him away to the limbo world, they're more than likely going to try and do it again. So Mobius is going to need some
Probably.
help, and Hunter B-15 is his best option. Not to mention, she's probably the only one inside of the TVA that would be his actual ally. So I think she'll get
Good
her
point.
time to shine. However, what I want to talk about is what this reveal actually means for the main villain. This actually points me more in the direction of Loki being the main villain. Not our Loki, but perhaps a
King Loki.
Now, just
I
to
heard people
clarify,
saying
this
that.
does not mean that I do not think Kang is behind it, because I still do. But as far as who is in that castle, I think it could be another variant of Loki.
I think
Perhaps
so
maybe
too.
The first variant there ever
Because
was. Like classic
if
Loki said.
if you've seen some of the promotional stuff they did for a long time ago, there's a version of Loki where he's like sitting on a throne or whatever, and we've never seen that specific shot. So
they're Lokis, they survive. Sylvie got away from the TVA as a child. We could
Right.
assume that other Lokis have gotten away as well.
That's
I think
crazy.
One of them could have actually taken
I'm not gonna lie, I
over the
kind of wish it
TVA.
was Kang,
Classic
but
Loki showed us that Lokis are a lot more powerful than not only we realize, but sometimes they realize.
Yeah.
And after all, it is in Loki's nature to control. And taking over the TVA is a Loki move, with the exception of Sylvie. But our Loki, that was his plan. He wanted to take over the TVA. But perhaps another Loki beat him to it.
Yeah.
Perhaps there were actually
That's
timekeepers
crazy.
and another Loki simply killed them. And the reason I think Hunter B-15 being a Loki variant points to a Loki being the main villain is because this show, Loki, is obviously all about Loki.
Yeah.
But with surprise variants happening, I think the move, based on what we know so far, on Marvel's behalf and the writer's behalf, is to make Loki the villain as well. He's the hero, he's the anti-hero, he's the side characters, and he's the villain. So I think King Loki could actually be the person inside of that castle. Now, I don't think Renslayer knows this. I think she knows that
Nah, I don't think
the
she does.
timekeepers aren't real, that there's somebody else in charge. However,
Look at this
she
guy.
might be in the dark on Loki being in charge. Due to her romantic relationship with Kang the Conqueror in the comics,
Right.
I do believe that she is working with some variant of Kang, especially after that huge
That's what I was
Kang
thinking.
Easter egg in the last episode where we saw the Avengers Tower or the Stark Tower, and it had QE and G on the side, which is the company that Nathaniel Richards, aka Kang the Conqueror,
snap.
owns. I
I didn't even
way too
notice
many
that.
Easter eggs for Kang not to be involved in some way, shape, or form, especially if you consider that Jonathan Majors is confirmed to be playing Kang in Ant-Man and the Wasp in Phase 4. So I think Loki could be Kang's setup. However, I don't think he's going to be the main villain of the series.
man,
I
that
think
would've
it would
been
be
dope.
a lot to just throw him in randomly
Yeah,
in the third
yeah.
episode for those non-super comic book
A
fans
teaser
like us that
though
do
would be really
research.
cool,
So I think
like a
going the
legit Kang
direction of
teaser.
a Loki variant himself being the main villain is the direction that Marvel's going to go. However, I do think that Kang is in the background trying to make a move. And
Definitely.
I think that Renslayer is actually working with him, which is why Renslayer
If
actually
they don't
does want
tease
to
it
find
next
out who is
episode-
in charge of the TVA, so she can take out that person for Kang, or report back to Kang, and Kang can go take out that person. And I think that person is Loki. Based off of what we know and all of the images from the trailers that we haven't seen yet,
Right.
there
I
is
just
some sort
brought
of
that up.
Asgardian King Loki that we are going to see. Now, some people are thinking that these could be flashbacks, and yes, they
Could be.
but they're not going to be flashbacks of our Loki, because our Loki has never been king of Asgard. The scenes that we see
Yeah.
of King Loki have never happened for our Loki. So
Yeah.
if they are indeed flashbacks,
Yeah.
they are flashbacks of another Loki, which would be the villain. Or perhaps these aren't flashbacks at all. Perhaps inside of that castle is indeed Loki, and he's created an Asgard inside of the castle using his
That would
powers
be
of illusion.
crazy.
If a Loki variant truly is in charge of the TVA, he's obviously extremely powerful.
Right.
Probably more powerful than classic Loki, and we saw how powerful he
Classic
was.
Loki was
We saw
going
how
crazy
strong
with
his
the
illusions were. He
creations,
created
illusions,
Asgard,
and stuff.
The entirety of Asgard.
Yeah.
So we can probably assume that King Loki is pretty powerful as well and could create an Asgard inside of that castle. And that
How do
is
you get the
most
name
likely
King
what we're
Loki?
seeing.
Like, just
But we
because
don't
he's
have
probably
much
the most
longer to
powerful
wait to
Loki?
find out.
Everyone
And
just
I
calls
do
him King
think
Loki.
Kang could be coming in a post-credit scene.
That's
for
what I'm
the
saying.
finale. Because
I
again,
don't
just
see a
think there are
Kang
gonna be way
post-credit
too many
scene.
Easter eggs for Kang not to be in this somehow. But be sure to let me know what you think about this.
They're gonna
in
do
the
a Doctor
comments down below.
Strange
What
in
do you think about
WandaVision.
Hunter B-15 being a Loki
That's
variant? Let
crazy.
me know down below. Don't forget to like the video, and for live updates, you can always
He
follow
did
me
a
on
2-hour
Instagram and
long
Twitter.
watch party.
As always, thank you all so much for watching.
Woof woof.
Woof woof.
Guys, that is absolutely crazy. I did not see the whole B-15 thing happening. Her being a variant of Loki, extremely incredible. It's crazy. Canada, Marvel Canada. I don't know how you let that slip. That's crazy. I did not see that coming at all. I thought it was actually going to say something like actually Kang related, but it wasn't. It was the B-15 situation, which, like I said, I didn't see it. It's not. I think it's gonna be a shock, but maybe not too big of a shock for people, you know. I think the more and more I'm hearing it, it's like the more I'm just leaning to, yeah, it's probably gonna be King Loki, who's like the main villain or the one controlling the TVA or whatever. But I'm holding out hope that it's Kang, or that he's working under Kang, he doesn't know it, or Renslayer, she's working under Kang, and we're gonna see a post-credit scene with my boy. Dude, it's been built up so much and referenced and nodded to and alluded to so much that it'd be weird if Kang isn't involved in some type of form of fashion. You know what I'm saying? Now, also, I didn't catch that QENG thing, or QNG title on the Avengers Tower. I didn't catch that. I watched an Easter egg video too, and I somehow I don't remember that being mentioned. That's crazy. Y'all guys, let me know down below. What are your theories and ideas about this upcoming episode of Loki and who's behind it? You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was only 6 episodes. That's crazy. I thought it was like going to be 9 or something, because WandaVision was 9. But then again, WandaVision was also very different for a lot of different reasons. But anyways, let me know down below what your thoughts were. Like, comment, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Twitch, follow me on YouTube. And that being said, I'm out. Peace.